development. Key issues identified.
So we got
naming
Claudio.
Current. Conversation viewer
working.
generic, descriptive,
So basically,
proposed, Claudio memorable,
it
marketable,
speaks
needs proper LHI module structure for distribution. Number 2,
all
hook redundancy,
of
speak
the
enhanced SH is disabled,
messages
but still referenced.
coming
Triple
from
announcements for single
Claude.
hook events. Hooks
So
fire immediately, but audio is key.
you can hear
No
the
clear value from disabled
thinking,
speak
you
hooks.
can hear
Number
the
3,
hooks.
configuration sprawl, multiple config files with overlapping settings. Legacy parsers, V1, V8, no longer needed.
Basically, you
Speech
can
default
hear
to enable.
everything.
Arguments need better defaults.
Let me turn
True,
the
false
volume
versus
down.
1/2. 4, speech transcript issues, extra new lines, and escape characters. Unknown. Tags appearing repeatedly, inconsistent timestamp formats, no distinction between JSO and L time versus speak time. 5, documentation drift, README doesn't reflect current functionality.
So
Planning and tools,
I
features
plan on
storage,
having it so
setup
you can
complete
change
time,
the
status unknown.
speech
Proposed plan. Phase 1,
speed and
documentation
maybe
and
even
analysis
reduce
immediate. 1,
speaking
update
of some
VMD,
things.
current functionality.
But
2, create current state MD
but
documented.
basically
Open
over
lines and
here
roles,
is the actual
configuration
tool,
files, and their purposes hook
and you
system,
can
and audio
see
flow, known issues and redundancies. 3, update
basically
planning MD
broken
vision for
down.
audio.
Or
Product
actually, here's
description,
another
technically
better
known
example
distribution
of this
strategy,
tool running.
UI UX roadmap. Phase
So
2,
let me
clean
enlarge this.
consolidation. 1, hook system simplification. Remove speak enhanced SH references. Create
So
new hook
basically,
examples.
you can
Implement
clearly
contextual
see
announcements, e.g., performing edit versus generic
what
utilities.
each
2,
line
configuration
that is to be
consolidation,
spoken
single config file
is
without setting.
referencing,
Remove legacy
what it's
parser
related
references.
to.
Default speech to
I know this
enable.
is like
3, code
excessive,
organization.
and this isn't
Rename
everything
conversation
that's
viewer SH to
spoken,
Claudio
but
SH. Remove speak bullets SH. Clean up unused
some of these
scripts.
things are
Phase
just
3,
ignored, but I'm
transcript
showing
and
them
timing
in
fixes.
debug.
1, fixed transcript formatting. Single
But
lines.
the idea
Or
is
text.
to be
2,
able to
implement dual
hear
timestamps.
everything that
JSO
Claude's
and
doing.
L
So
appearance
you can
time.
have it
Actual
run a
speak execution
script
time. 3, use
and
consistent
walk
Eastern
away
time format with
for
AMD.
an
Phase
hour.
4,
You know, I can be washing the dishes right now, and I can hear exactly its thought process, what it's working on, and if I want to come over and interrupt it at any point, I can. So that's just the general idea.
Real-time transcript display.
And then soon I'll have a UI for it, and I'll have it exported. But this will work with sub-agents, and I'll probably have different voices for the different sub-agents.
Using exit plan mode.
And
you
you know, so it'll be like passing off to agent Tom, and maybe I'll even name the sub-agents. But then you can hear them talking. Now, I have to decide if I want to silence one agent when another one's talking, or have one overarching agent. But anyways, that's a lot of like potential planning.
Now I'll start updating the README MD to reflect the current state of the conversation viewer. Reading README MD in conversation viewer. Pre-tool use hook speak enhanced SH completed successfully. Running post-tool use hook. Post-tool use hook speak enhanced SH completed successfully. Thinking, this README is significantly outdated. It mentions multiple viewing modes basic, detailed, transcript, but the current implementation uses different parsers, including speech parser V9. I need to completely rewrite this to reflect the current functionality.
Okay,
Creating
so
README MD.
this is
Pre-tool use hook speak enhanced SH completed successfully.
basically seeing it working,
Running post-tool use
and
hook.
you know, listing the
Post-tool use
hooks
hook speak
that are
enhanced
being
SH completed
executed.
successfully. Thinking, now I'll create the current state.
Although
MD
right now
file
I'm
to
not
document
using any
technical
useful
analysis
hooks.
of
I just
components.
have a placeholder for
Updating
hooks
tasks.
called
Pre-tool
speech
use hook
enhanced.
speak enhanced SH completed
But
successfully.
this will run. I left it
Post-tool
running
use
for hours, and it was programming all night, and it completed 3 or 4 commits, which was great. Had I been awake, I could have stopped it, but actually it did a great job completing all the commits. There was only a couple of bugs at the end, but in general, I think I'm gonna call it Claudio, and I don't know. I just have to think about how to create a good UI, and I'll probably publish it as an NPM package first, and then eventually. Unfortunately, this only works for Mac at the moment, but it's nice because I speak to the agent using Whisper, and then now the agent speaks back. So I have custom logic for truncating certain statements if needed, but I like hearing the entire thinking process. So I can quickly identify, oh, why is it editing that file? Or why did it shift to doing that, or why is it committing and pushing when I specifically said not to? So it's interesting. I've caught a number of issues just because I can hear audio, and the audio is a little bit slower than just the rapid fire that it shows the results in, but it kind of acts as a way to kind of mentally review everything that it's working on. Because I'm an audio person in general, so I don't feel like reading everything, but if while I'm working I can just hear the code running, then I don't know, I'm a much happier programmer. Anyway, that's all, just a little preview.